That is just clear water.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. You're going to see over the next several videos that I'm spending a month in Greece. Well, for the next few days, I'm on Hydra. Those of you who have watched my channel probably remember that I'm not really a beach person. Still, I'll be in this country for a month, and I think a few days on an island is just about right.
Now the selfie stick is very slippery.
Hydra is the perfect place to visit, and if you don't believe me, ask anyone who's been here before. It has a little bit of everything: beaches, boats, dining, nightlife, museums. It has it all. It's a relatively quick and inexpensive boat ride from Athens, taking a little less than 2 hours to travel here.
Wow, if you haven't been to Hydra, you need to come. I think people will like it here.
Looking at a map, you'll see where it sits compared to the mainland. We embarked from Piraeus, which is basically Athens. You can also embark from other locations. Metochi on the Peloponnese is the closest port to Hydra, and you'll see boats to other spots on the Peloponnese as well. We thought about leaving from Piraeus and then returning to another port, but if you've seen some of my other Greek videos, you'll know we rented a car and drove around quite a bit on this vacation. We needed to return to Athens before departing Greece at the end of our trip. It made sense to pick up and drop off our rental at the same Athens location. We left our flat in Athens and hopped on Metro Line 1 at the Thissio station. This was the neighborhood where we spent the prior evening. We didn't need to change trains, and the ride took us to the final stop of Piraeus in less than 30 minutes. From there, it's around a 10-minute walk to the harbor.
Credit card ready. It's treacherous with all this luggage.
Just look for the water, and if you get a bit lost like we did trying to find the exact gate, ask somebody at a ticketing station.
Gates E7 to E10.
We were redirected once and then found our ferry.
There is a giant line, but that's good. At least we didn't miss the boat.
Since it's a relatively short ferry ride, we wanted to leave early enough in the morning to get as much of a full day in as possible. There are a handful of daily ferries to get you to the island. We used Ferry Hopper to see times and fares and to book our tickets. Prices were reasonable, and we didn't notice any real changes in fares by booking well in advance.
Ladies and gentlemen, passengers wishing to upgrade tickets from economy class to premium class are kindly requested.
The main reason to book early is to make sure you have a seat. Depending on what time of year you're traveling to Greece, some ships will sell out. We're here after the main tourist season, so we weren't too worried about that. There was plenty of room on board. We set our luggage on top of everybody else's luggage and took our seats.
Ladies and gentlemen, a few minutes we shall arrive at the port of Port.
The ferry had Wi-Fi, a cash bar, and the opportunity to walk around and film the beautiful Aegean Sea. By leaving Athens early, we had 3 nights and almost 4 full days on the island. I think that's enough time to be lazy and enjoy yourself, explore the shops and the restaurants, and absorb a bit of culture. I'll show you how we did all that.
We'll stop and look at the boats really quickly. Wow. There's our ship.
Do note, the island is large. It's several miles in length. We only visited a small area around the main town of Hydra and ventured out to a nearby beach. If you like hiking and exploring other beaches, you could easily stay longer than we did. I guess it's down to what you enjoy the most about traveling. A few days of island life worked well for us. After disembarking, we made our way to the hotel to drop off our bags. As mentioned, there are no motorized vehicles, which was quite nice.
Look at these patient donkeys.
What they did have, in addition to countless cats, were donkeys to carry loads around for local business people and tourists. We didn't use them as we travel light, but you'll encounter them during your stay.
Well, they do have.
Margarita?
Okay, did you see the pizza? It did look pretty good.
Yes, I saw the pizza right there.
Okay, let's do that.
We were hungry upon arrival, so we found a place near the marina to get something to eat. Take a look at the view. Like the rest of the country, the staff we met at restaurants and taverns were all quite nice to us, and the food and service was great.
That one is in the proper glass, and mine is in an Alsatian glass. Actually, I've had Fisher before. I think I've had Fisher in France.
I ordered a pizza accompanied with a salad.
Rocket, honey, I forget what else.
Rocket, spinach, peaches.
We ordered a salad with just about every meal, and they were big enough to share between 2 people. After pizza, salad, and a half-liter of lager, we were filled up until dinner. It was time to explore a bit more of the town. We decided to walk off lunch by taking a tour of the main harbor.
Ooh, should we rent a boat?
The island of Hydra is home to around 2,000 residents, and the majority of them live in this main port town, also called Hydra. With no motorized vehicles, it felt somewhat quiet, which was great. Occasionally, you'll hear the clopping feet or the grumbling of a donkey coming up behind you. That's better than noisy engines and car horns.
I think you need a donkey cat shirt. Oh, look. Yeah, we might need a donkey cat shirt.
We started exploring this area at the tip of the marina. Here you'll find an impressive sculpture of Admiral Andreas Miaulus. A local captain, he was instrumental during the Greek War of Independence from the Ottoman Empire in the early 19th century. A revered hero of the revolution, there are many streets that bear his name throughout the country. We saw several streets named after him as we traveled around. Hydra was a naval power in the 19th century. You'll notice fortresses, cannons, and even a naval museum. There are also several buildings worth stopping to admire. In town, just under the clock tower, is the Monastery of the Dormition. You can wander in and enjoy the courtyard. There's also a Byzantine museum, however it was closed when we visited.
It's open every day. We missed it today, but we can come tomorrow or the day it rains. Some mosaics. Wow, they are glistening.
We stopped at a local bakery for pastries, a local grocery store for minor items, and headed back to our hotel to relax.
How does one open this? She really tied a nice knot. Oh wow. Look at that.
Later that evening, we went out to see what the nightlife was like.
A quiet night on Hydra.
We're here midweek in shoulder season, and I'm not sure what the vibe would be on a Saturday night in June, but for us, this was fun and laid back. We decided if a bar is bold enough to be named the Pirate Bar, we had to stop in. This is in the heart of the town, and you can listen to some music, enjoy the view of the boats, people watch, and even chat with other travelers.
I could see where this could be the party place. I mean, it's every drink you can think of. Right down to the Sassy Lassie.
We had an appetizer with our drinks and took in the fact that we're on an island in Greece and that life was good. I presume one day I'll visit Mykonos or Naxos, but on this night, I was unsure what those places could have that this island didn't. For me, Hydra was the perfect island escape.
It is kind of Key West, isn't it? Our first Negroni. Yeah, the water probably to help with the bitterness.
The next day we decided to swim. There are beaches close to town, and one of them is right in the harbor.
just down below us.
Spilia Beach is a level area where you can use a ladder to get into the water.
Yes. That's the one where I think it's cement. Oh. Yeah, you could swim in it, but you're right, it really is a cement beach. But if you're on limited time here, you'd still be fine.
After reading up on a few options, we chose Vlichos Beach. We wanted a morning hike, and this one seemed the best option for us. It isn't that far away, and it felt like what I would expect from a beach on a Greek island.
Just a meandering, wandering trail. Nicely maintained. I didn't realize just about all of it was going to be cement. You'd sit there and just look at the view.
We took the back way to get there. Once we were out of the buildings and homes of Upper Hydra, it was a bit hilly and rural, which was just what I wanted. It was rural enough that we even met some friends.
Hello. We don't have apples or carrots.
We do not. We probably are not allowed to feed them. Are we going to see a head pop up in a moment? I was certain we were. Oh well. Oh. Well, well. Hello, little guy. They had to come and check us out. I don't think we're allowed to feed you.
I know. You so clearly want a treat.
Yes, we don't have any treats.
We don't.
And I don't want to be scolded by the farmer.
The hike took us into a beautiful rugged landscape and dropped us off right on the sea. You'll even find some ruins to admire on your way. Here's a walkway that I had to cross, although it was narrow enough that I did get a bit nervous up there while filming.
See what I mean? This is narrow.
The entire walk of roughly 2 miles from our hotel in town took us less than an hour, and although it was hilly, it wasn't that difficult. If you wear the proper shoes and don't mind walking for an hour in the hot Greek sunshine, you'll be fine.
And that's one heck of a drop down.
It's very loving.
Is it 12 o'clock yet?
It is 1 o'clock.
It's 1?
It's 1.
Oh, so we could have a beer.
As soon as we got to the beach area, we figured it was time for something to eat and something to drink.
More bougainvillea. It's so happy there. Marina Taverna. Oh, and here's the taxi. Ooh. Feta cheese, fried meatballs, spinach pie.
Do you want to just get a...
Saganaki? When's the last time we had saganaki? Maybe another Greek salad?
I don't know what it is about Greece, but this country has the best salads of any place I've visited.
That might be the nicest looking Greek salad we've seen. Look at that block of, oh, I guess slice of feta.
Many of them came with a large square block of feta cheese on top of the vegetables. In my opinion, a Greek salad is the best salad.
I would think that ship in the middle is really going to start rocking. Wow, it's so pretty out there where you can see the rain. Oh, look how clear that water is. You were chatty and now you aren't. Come here, kitty.
And while we're at it, let's see if any cats want to join us.
They love to rub up against the lens. And they love to have their ears rubbed.
After lunch, we rented 2 chairs, some towels, and settled in under a large umbrella to enjoy a rocky beach that we only had to share with a handful of people. I don't remember the final price, but it was reasonable. Not sure how much the price fluctuates during peak season. My guess is it spikes up. Today, what they asked was worth it.
Come here, sweetie. Oh, good kitty. That's right, little buddy. Hello, buddy. try to do this without slipping on the algae-covered stones. And maybe we'll see some fish. There's some.
The beach was rocky. I enjoyed it as it was different from the sandy beaches I usually encounter. The rocks were a bit slippery, but I was wearing aqua socks, so that helped. Plus, if you slip, you'll likely have the water to catch you, provided you're out far enough.
It is so clear in the Aegean. And that catamaran has been there all day, just spinning on its anchor.
We spent a few hours on the beach and then headed back to town via the coastal route. This provided a completely different view from our trip inland, and it was equally enjoyable. Similar to the inland route we took earlier in the day, this walk back into the main town took us a little less than an hour.
Walking back after a long day of swimming. You can still see the rain out there. Shimmering. I didn't realize that there's a little harbor there. And is he about to go into that harbor?
Yes, because that's the only place that you can get to in a water taxi.
That looks like fun. There's some people way out there. Wow, just slowly going.
Like the rest of Greece, spending time on Hydra means enjoying meals in restaurants or tavernas. Two places we made sure to stop were as much for the location and history as they were for the menu items. Our first was the Windmill Bar. It's an outdoor cocktail bar near the town. We stopped in after our day at the beach. We came for drinks and for two other reasons. First was for the view of the sea just below us. It was a gorgeous afternoon, and the occasional swimmers and boats brought nice visuals as we unwound for the day. Oh yeah, there are cats.
Just walked right by, didn't even look at me.
The main reason we stopped was to visit an homage to Sophia Loren's first English language motion picture. She starred in Boy on a Dolphin with Alan Ladd, and quite a bit of filming was done on Hydra. Not only is the windmill an homage to the movie, there's even the sculpture of the boy on a dolphin that her character Phaedra discovered while sponge diving in the lagoon. If you've seen the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. And if you've seen the movie, you'll also know this is a reproduction. It's not exactly the same as the prop from the film, but it's a must-see when you come to visit. And if you haven't seen the movie, well, when you're here, you may be in luck as the outdoor cinema has screenings of it. At least it did when we were visiting. While we're on the topic of famous entertainers, let me also point out that Leonard Cohen lived on Hydra for some time. Here's a bench placed in his honor where you can look out onto the Saronic Gulf. He purchased a house here in the 1960s.
Should I go sit on it?
There's also an olive tree on the island made famous because of photographs of him sitting beneath it. The good news is that olive tree is still here. You'll find it in the courtyard of the tavern where we had dinner that evening.
So these are our first dolmades in Greece. I think they'll have avgolemino sauce on them.
This was another terrific meal, complemented with house wine and, of course, a Greek salad. Yes, there were cats milling around us for this meal as well.
Cats everywhere. No, you have to get down. Get down. Get down. Come here. Over here. Get down. Oh boy. Get down.
Right there is the tree made famous by Leonard himself. With only one full day remaining on the island, we decided to take in some culture. The town of Hydra is large enough that it provides more than just beaches, drinks, and dining. You'll also discover some Greek art and history. We first visited the Lazaros Kountouriotis historical mansion. He was a wealthy ship owner and had this mansion built in the late 18th century. As mentioned earlier in the video, Hydra was key during the Greek War of Independence. This man used his fortune to assist with funding the war. The mansion displays family heirlooms and art. It also has a collection of various dresses and clothing from different regions. It's well maintained and worth visiting. Our ticket also provided us with access to the home and studio of a Greek painter, Panayotis Tetsis. He was born on Hydra in 1925. I hadn't heard about him prior to my stay on the island, but I'm glad I know about him and his work now. It's a small, quaint home and studio, only a short walk up the hill.
Here's the mansion where we just came from. Here's the home and studio.
With Hydra being a maritime power, it made sense that an institution would be here to help visitors learn a bit more about Greece's history on the seas.
A lot of rotating exhibits.
We finished off our day at the Historical Archives Museum. This was basically a naval museum. It does a nice job of describing Greek maritime history and how the revolution unfolded on the water. With our final night upon us, we decided to find another fun cocktail bar.
Well, we just go in for one. They have music.
We stopped into L'Americano to have a nightcap.
Although, should I get a cocktail? And we're at a cocktail bar.
There were some thought-provoking, well-known literary passages on the wall. We spent the evening enjoying the music and saying hello to a few other guests, most of whom seemed to be Australian.
And how we switched to sparkling when the Aussie showed up. Oh, if you get the lights there, it's actually pretty cool.
Unlike some of the other Greek islands that go dormant in the winter months, Hydra is open year-round. Water taxis go on hiatus, and some of the hotels may close a bit to give employees time off, but the beauty of coming here in the winter is better weather for hiking. I could see returning at some point to do just that. Our time worked out well, and I hope it gave you some ideas on what to see if you're planning on visiting. We took the 11:15 ferry back to Piraeus the following day. Be sure to book your return tickets a couple days prior to be certain you have a spot on board, especially if you have a plane, ferry, or cruise connection back in Athens.
Goodbye, Hydra. I think we'll miss Hydra.
Thanks for watching, and please subscribe as I'll be adding more videos from my time in Greece shortly.